Welcome to the Nosebleed Seats. I'm the conservative crime fighter. We are back in East Carondelet, Illinois, for one of the longest running Illinois promotions in the state. MMWA-SICW, a pretty long acronym. And we're going to bring out our first contestant.
He is the three-time Missouri, Illinois heavyweight champion from St. Louis, Missouri, 230 pounds, Danny Boy!
Danny Boy Hawkins. Don't know if it's any relation to Ace Hawkins, but Danny Boy Hawkins to lead off this edition of the MPS presents Pro Wrestling Central Illinois. In one-on-one action, Danny Hawkins just recently came back into an active role in the South Illinois promotion after going into semi-retirement. As you can see, Danny Boy came out in a Missouri Wrestling Revival t-shirt to give away to the fans in Christmas colors, no less. And we're going to bring out Danny Boy's opponent.
From Chino State Penitentiary, California, weighing 275 pounds, he's a man called Lockdown Tony Raze.
Well, this is my first look at one Tony Raze, and you can see that he is either paying homage or ripping off the big boss man of WWE fame. Certainly not the best looking prison uniform there. And look at this, he is armed with a nightstick. Now we are at the East Carondelet Community Center, which is a stations the fire department and the police department, so impersonating the police officer would not be wise in this particular venue, as the police in attendance might swarm the ring and take this gentleman to jail.
Check it!
Referee Keith Smith Jr.
Really?
Referee Keith Smith Jr. trying to find all the hidden weapons in the pockets of this one Tony Raze. And he definitely was hiding a bunch of weapons in there.
Hey, Tony Raze! You're not the big boss man! You ain't the big boss man!
Lock up in the center of the ring, Tony Raze. Another takedown arm drag. And Danny Hawkins with an arm drag of his own. Another one. And the big man is caught by surprise. Tony Raze does not know what to think of this Danny Hawkins, the veteran in this matchup here. Later on tonight, we will see a strap match. WCW prospect enhancement talent Ron Parrish will be taking on one half of the Texas Hangman, the Big Texan. Special guest referee, the new MMWA-SICW Heavyweight Champion, Gary Jetson, and Tony Raze goes down and seems a little embarrassed. Gary Jetson won the heavyweight title from the future Donovan Ruddock. On December the 4th, the same day that he lost the Heritage Wrestling Coalition Championship to Zero Height Guy Smith. So the future did not have a good outing, doing a doubleheader and traveling like 150 miles between the two venues. Now, I also have to point out that the HWC title was defended here in the MMWA-SICW venue, but clarification from the promoter states that they are not a full member of the Heritage Wrestling Coalition. They brought in, since Future was the heavyweight, or the title holder for HWC, he was allowed to defend his title on MMWA-SICW events.
Jailbird! 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 Jailbird!
Lock up into the center ring. Tony Raze goes to a waistlock. Danny Hawkins with the reversal. Go behind. Tony Raze tries to power his way out and uses that girth to break free of the hold, but cannot win a slugfest with Danny Hawkins as Danny elbows the arm of one Tony Raze and drops the leg on the arm, and Danny Boy Hawkins is in complete control of this matchup. We hope you've gotten a chance to listen to the MBS podcast last week. We had Guy Smith, Justin McIntyre, and the Don Kel Morales, each of them on in separate segments to talk about what happened with the Heritage Wrestling Coalition and the title change and the shocking turn events that took place as Danny Hawkins charges Raze into the corner and crashes into the post. Shoulder first, and there's a clothesline by Tony Raze. And the fortunes have turned in this matchup for Danny Hawkins, as he's now having to deal with the big man being choked on the ropes, and Raze off the ropes, and sits on him. Looks like about 300 pounds of girth just dropping across the back.
15 minutes remaining.
We had the time announcement from our ring announcer, Ben Simon. 300 pounds of girth on the back of Danny Hawkins. And Raze with a choke in the corner. This referee, Keith Smith Jr. looks on. Oh, there's a right to the eye. Right to the eyes. Open hand slap to the chest by one Tony Raze, and Tony Raze trying to, I guess, use similar move to what the Big Boss Man did back in the day in WWE. And there, Raze charges the corner, but nobody home. And Danny Hawkins to the attack. A couple of kicks. Irish whip. Hawkins with a flying shoulder block and takes the big man down. Heck, Raze may be just 350 pounds there. Oh, but into the gut from Tony Raze. And into the corner. And Raze with a boot choke. And getting close to being disqualified here. Raze, snap there. It looks like Raze is going to go up. Hope those ropes don't snap. And a splash off the middle rope. Nobody home. Raze went for it and came up with nothing. And Danny Hawkins slugs away. Irish whip reverse. Kick. Raze. Suplex is blocked. Forward Russian leg sweep by Hawkins. And that is it. Danny Boy Hawkins victorious over Lockdown Tony Raze. Let's get the official word. As Ben Simon comes to the ring, time of the fall, 7 minutes, 10 seconds.
Your winner, Danny
Danny Boy Hawkins victorious on this edition of MMWA-SICW. Nosebleed Seats presents Central Illinois Pro Wrestling. And Tony Raze is going to have to go back to the drawing board. Well, coming up next is that strap match. We will take a break. MBS continues after this.
From all of us at the Nosebleed Seats, myself, the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter, and the Mystic Order of Racket Vigilance, member 5706, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We want to thank you guys, all you guys, for all the support for over the years. You guys have all been awesome. It's been an honor to be a part of the Nosebleed Seats and cover Central Illinois Wrestling. Once again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
The following contest is the leather strap match. One fall to a finish. Introducing first, the special enforcer referee. He is the Missouri-Illinois heavyweight and television champion, the gorgeous one, Jetson.
Now main event time on the MBS, and here is the new MMWA-SICW heavyweight champion, gorgeous Gary Jackson, former WWE, WCW preliminary wrestler. Did not see him win any matches on WWE or WCW TV, but he has defeated a WWE-bound wrestler, the future Dominic Ruddock, to win that heavyweight championship. Appears to be a new title also, television title, and I'm going to have to figure out what is with all these new championships that MMWA-SICW has created in the last couple of months. Seems to be an overabundance of singles championships of late, but there is a definite need for tag teams in this promotion. Here he is, Travis Cook leading his men, one half of the Texas Hangman, the Big Texan, and if there was a St. Louis version of Joey Eastman, this man is it, Travis Cook.
Yet again, Mr. Kmart Special back here got something wrong. The Big Texan is not from parts unknown, he's from freaking Texas, you moron! Read the card! Jeez! Oh! From the great state of Texas, the Big Texan from parts unknown. That's real smart. But nevertheless, it is my opinion that in
somebody is tired of hearing Travis Cook run his mouth. The opposition for the Big Texan is about to make his way to the ring. Ron Powers, also a former WCW enhancement talent, although he did pick up a respectable victory in WCW Saturday night, defeating one Bunkhouse Buck, the only television win that I know of that he had. He also participated in the short-lived but nationally televised American Wrestling Federation, which had a bizarre round-by-round system as to how those matches were officiated and organized. Ron Powers, after a short stint with WCW, decided long hours on the road were not for him, and he kind of retracted back towards the Midwest area. Ron Powers actually retired sometime in 2008-2009, but felt the urge to get back in the ring and compete for a little bit longer, as certain milestones were reached regarding St. Louis wrestling. We are in the 51st year of since the beginning of St. Louis wrestling at the Chase, as Ron Powers, Irish whip, and a clothesline on the Big Texan. Ron Powers wraps that strap around his wrist and drops a fist to the head of Big Texan and goes to headlock. And supposedly, because this is a strap match, it's supposed to be no disqualification. Some versions of a strap match require you drag your opponent to all four corners to win the match. That particular rule is not in effect here. It's pinfall or submission, as Ron Powers elbows the head of the Big Texan and looks like he might be going for his mask there. Instead, drops another fist just under the neck of the Big Texan and drops an elbow across the head of the Big Texan. And Ron Powers is in full control of this strap match. Gary Jackson, your special guest referee. Gary Jackson, it's a safe bet that he will take charge if any of the participants of this match get way out of line. This is supposedly no disqualification, as the Big Texan tries to rake the eyes of Ron Powers and finally gets free. And Texan with a choke. Now he uses the strap wrap around the head of Ron Powers, but Gary Jackson's getting in there trying to break that up. This is supposed to be no disqualification in a strap match. Big Texan levels Ron Powers with a few heavy forearm shots to the back. And Texan with a choke. Well, Gary Jackson's counting the choke. It's supposed to be no disqualification here. It's supposed to be legal. And Texan whipping the back of Ron Powers with that leather strap. I mean, there's a thin layer of cloth covering the skin of Ron Powers. guess to prevent that leather strap from opening cuts in his back. As that leather strap gets wet, it gets more dangerous and does more damage when you whip somebody with it. One.
Take his mask off. Take his mask off.
Ron Powers whipping the Big Texan, drops an elbow, going for another cover. 1, 2. Texan gets that long leg over to the bottom rope to break that cover up. And Ron Powers continues the assault. And look at this. Scissors the leg and then drops it, trying to snap the leg of, snap the knee of the Big Texan. Powers scissors it again and drops the leg, drops the knees down to the mat, trying to make the Big Texan far less mobile. And there is an ankle lock by Ron Powers. Now, the tag team division at MMWA-SICW is sorely lacking at this point in time. There's only really 2 tag teams, Texas Hayman, which one half of them is in this match, singles action, and tag team champions, the Lumberjacks. So if you're a tag team in the Central Illinois region looking for more opportunities, you might want to check out MMWA-SICW. They're needing some tag teams badly right now.
I doubt it. Hey, strap match, choking's legal. Hey, anything goes in the strap match. Don't you remember that? Let's go,
We seem to have a dispute here. Gary Jackson, you should know that anything goes in a strap match, and he's threatening to DQ Ron Powers for choking the Big Texan. Drops another elbow, and there's cover 1, 2, and foot's on the rope again. Man, people complain about me being too vocal in the audience, but Travis Cook, I mean, you can hear him throughout the building no matter where he's shouting from. Something happened there, and Big Texan shoves Gary Jackson. I mean, both these men are potential challengers to Gary Jackson's heavyweight championship at some future event. Texan looks like he's going to take it to the floor. Texan chokes with that strap out on the ring apron. Drops another forearm shot to the chest of Ron Powers. Gary Jackson trying to break up another chokehold, and Texan gets physical with Gary Jackson. Texan's not careful. Gary Jackson may just fire a headbutt and take him out. And look at this. Looks like Travis Cook is apparently getting physical with a fan. I mean, wrestling fans get a bit too emotional at wrestling events. And we've had a few fans get involved in wrestling shows when it's not their place too. Gary Jackson is admonishing Travis Cook for choking Ron Powers. It's Big Texan with another choke. And once again, I thought this is a strap match, is automatically a no disqualification match. Gary Jackson is not dealing with shenanigans, and there's a clothesline from the Big Texan. There's cover. 1, 2. Kick out, foot on the rope. Dan's trying to get Ron Parrish back into this contest. Ron Parrish gets back on his feet. Texan. I don't know if he made contact with that haymaker. Certainly flung that strap across the head of one Ron Parrish. Irish whip. Parrish puts on the brakes and clubs him in the head with a forearm shot. The Big Texan is a little stunned here. Irish whip. Oh, a double clothesline, and both men are down. Well, both shoulders are down. Gary Jackson could conceivably count a cover here. Look at this. Travis Cook brought in coal miner's glove. Took it away from Travis Cook. Gary Jackson just dropped it in the center of the ring. And Gary Jackson's supposed to be impartial, but he just threw it into the hands of one Ron Parrish, and Ron Parrish has put that glove on, and boom! Shot to the head with the coal miner's glove. Dumps it on the ring apron. Gary Jackson, 1, 2, 3. And give the assist to one Gary Jackson, who deposited that coal miner's glove. Gary Jackson telling Travis Cook he was the one who threw it in the ring.
Here's your winner of the last scrap match, the legendary Big Ron Power.
Travis Cook really unhappy about the coal miner's glove. I mean, he did bring it into the ring, and Ron Parrish isn't done. He just drops another elbow on the Big Texan as he wins this contest in 10 minutes and 5 seconds. And the Big Texan has been knocked out as his tag team partner, Waco, comes on in to pull his partner out of the ring and take him to the back. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Nosebleed Seats. Catch MMWA-SICW at MMWA-SICW.com for more information about that promotion. I'm the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. We will see you next time.